Module Overview. This module aims to equip you with a deep understanding of the principles of composition and layout in drawing. It explores the strategic arrangement of elements within a visual field to guide the viewer's eye, evoke emotional responses, and communicate intended messages. You will learn how to harmonize shapes, lines, tones, spaces, and focal points into well-composed, professional-quality sketches. This knowledge forms the bridge between technical drawing skills and expressive artistic storytelling. Introduction to Composition in Drawing. Composition refers to the purposeful organization of visual elements within a picture plane to achieve balance, movement, focus, and unity. Regardless of drawing complexity, be it a rough thumbnail or a finished work composition affects the viewer's interpretation, emotional engagement, and aesthetic satisfaction. Key functions of composition: creates visual hierarchy, directs the viewer's eye, enhances storytelling, provides rhythm and harmony, solves spatial organization challenges. Foundational principles of composition. 1. Balance, symmetrical balance, equal visual weight on both sides of the composition. Asymmetrical balance, unequal but harmonious distribution, often more dynamic. Radial balance, elements radiate from a central point, e.g., spirals, mandalas. 2. Unity and harmony ensures all elements feel like they belong together, achieved through consistency of line, tone, style, and spacing. 3. Contrast creates focal points and dynamic tension. Contrast in tone, size, texture, and direction increases visual interest. 4. Emphasis. Focal point. The main subject or most dominant visual element. Achieved through placement, size, isolation, contrast, and directional lines. 5. Movement and direction guides the viewer's gaze across the composition. Can be implied through leading lines, curved or diagonal pathways, repetitive directional patterns. 6. Proportion and scale relationships between object sizes within a composition. Use to establish spatial relationships, emphasis, or symbolism. 7. Negative and positive space. Positive space, areas occupied by objects. Negative space, empty or background areas. Balanced use of both creates breathing room and structural clarity. Composition strategies and techniques. A. Rule of thirds. Divide the drawing into a 3x3 grid. Place focal elements at the intersecting lines for visual balance. B. Golden ratio and golden spiral. A mathematically ideal proportion used since ancient times. The golden spiral leads the viewer's eye toward the focal point in a fluid, natural arc. C. L composition arrangement follows an L shape, often used in landscapes and interiors. D. S-curve composition uses winding curves to suggest grace, flow, or movement, e.g., rivers, pathways, fabric. E. Framing natural or structural elements, e.g., windows, arches, trees, that frame the main subject to create depth and context. F. Foreground, middle ground, background separation establishes spatial layers, increases the realism and structure of narrative-based or environmental drawings. Compositional layout in different drawing genres. A. Portrait sketching. Importance of focal placement, usually eyes. Background simplification or symbolic surroundings. B. Still life arrangement of objects to create rhythm, balance, and focal interest. Strategic lighting to support depth and emphasis. C. Landscape composition, atmospheric perspective and layering. Use of framing elements, trees, arches, and horizon placement. D. Narrative or fantasy illustration. Story-driven layouts with multiple characters or scenes. Focus on movement, eye path, and dramatic staging. Thumbnails, iteration, and planning. Before committing to a full sketch, artists often create thumbnail sketches, small, fast, simplified compositions. Value studies, to test contrast and light direction. Line of action planning, in figure drawing or action scenes. Iteration is key to refining composition. Professionals may draft dozens of thumbnails before choosing the best layout. Tools and digital techniques. Grids and layout rulers for proportional accuracy. Composition templates for golden ratios or rule of thirds overlays. Digital layers and clipping masks to test multiple layouts non-destructively. Zoom out checking to test overall impact at different scales. Common composition mistakes and fixes. Mistake solution. Centering every subject, use asymmetrical balance or rule of thirds tangents, lines that touch awkwardly. Separate shapes clearly or overlap intentionally. Too much empty space. Use negative space wisely or crop for tighter framing. Confusing focal point, increase contrast, adjust placement, or simplify surrounding elements. Advanced considerations in design layout. Typography in composition for illustrated posters or concept art. Balance between text and imagery. Symbology and metaphoric arrangement. Use placement for hidden storytelling. Cultural composition. Cues, left to right or top to bottom reading expectations vary across cultures. Psychological composition. Upward angles imply power. Downward implies vulnerability. Central focus implies stability. Advanced considerations in design layout. Typography in composition for illustrated posters or concept art. Balance between text and imagery. Symbology and metaphoric arrangement. Use placement for hidden storytelling. Cultural composition cues. Left to right or top to bottom reading expectations vary across cultures. Psychological composition. Upward angles imply power. Downward implies vulnerability. Central focus implies stability.